This is Dave McCain with the Right Tree Genealogy doing another video on FTDNA, and today is about, should I still do a Y37 before a big Y700? The answer to that question is maybe. I normally recommend a big Y700 if you're capable of doing a big Y700 and financially can do so, and then minimally do a Y111. However, there are some specific reasons why you would do a Y37, and I'm getting into those. And wait till the end of this. There's a little special additional information you may be interested in if you're wanting to do this kind of testing. Two main reasons why to do a Y37 first. One is unknown lineage discovery, and two is project financial restrictions. The unknown lineage discovery basically means your surname is widely common in multiple areas, and I gave a few examples here: Jackson, Smith, Jones, Wilson, Anderson. You see them everywhere, and just because a person has the same name as you or surname as you doesn't mean they're going to be your family line. So this would be a reason, hey, I'm going to test to see if I want to really do a big Y700. That's one reason. Another one would be you're not sure a particular surname is recently connected to yours. For instance, in our Barton project, we have some Bartons that are in New Jersey and some Bartons that are in Virginia in the 1780s. And some of the early testing that was already done was the Y37. By doing the lower level, we saw that they didn't match, and therefore it was able to divide them based on this. The second thing would be project financial restrictions. You're in a project that has different lineages and different objectives. For example, my project has one lineage group that will help sponsor Big Y700, but only for those that match that group. If they match a different group, they will not sponsor it. And then another one would be, the project is growing. It's a new upstart project, and you just want to get as many people tested into the project as possible. For instance, I have a project right now that only has 16 total Y-DNA testers. Well, of those 16, there are different haplogroups at that lower level. If we get a few more testers in, we can start dividing them up and then start working together to form the haplo tree per those lineages. I'm also going to throw in additional information here. There are a few less common additional reasons to do a Y37 before a big Y700. You're new to testing, and you want to bundle your testing at FTDNA, for instance. There's other sites, but in this case FTDNA, and at a one lower price. Well, currently, let's say you want to do the family find, the Y37, and the full sequencing, mitochondrial sequencing. Well, the RootsTech price for that right now is $209. And then another one, and this is actually a more significant one, a sponsor is only interested in testing a family-focused group. And the example of this is we have an admin in one of the projects I'm with that has a specific SNP primer that was developed and is testing only really close family members, but they have to have a Y37 in order to test that SNP. They don't want to do full big Y700s in their case because they already know how they're attached, but they want to see if this specific SNP breaks up at a close proximity to their family. Is it this person's father's line? Is this person's grandfather's line? And so they're doing this SNP testing, and Y37 is required to get that. So that's another less common reason to do so. And a little bonus information I was going to throw to you at the end of this video was that RootsTech pricing for family tree DNA anyway, the Y37 is now $79, and there's a promotional code on the screen here on this slide. Now the Y111, which I've recommended people do in the past, $199 right now. And the big Y700 is $379. One of the key things here to look at, so when you look at this right here, $79, you can do almost 5 Y37 tests for the cost of one big Y. So if you're growing your project, or you're trying to focus in a SNP area, or you're trying to find out for sure if a person is, or a group of people with the same surname as you are actually in your haplo group, then this is an option to do so. Well, if you find this information helpful, please consider subscribing right here or watching some of these additional videos. Let's continue learning together.